Hello everybody, we are going to be talking about the roller coaster of a ride that is the St. Louis Blues this season. Now before we start, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel, new to hockey, whatever the case may be. I'm hoping to do this as a career and would love to have you here along the way, subscribed and watching the videos. Hopefully I can make money, everybody's happy, all that good stuff, yada yada. Now let's talk about the Blues, who are a very weird, interesting, and fun team. Why is that? For a variety of reasons. This team is just fun. I mean, you think of the start of the year, they were one of the last, if not the last, undefeated team to start this season. They had 3 wins in their first 3 games, and then the sky started to fall. They lost 8 games in a row. They were looking like a team that might be making some changes as they have deals that would be off the books after this season. Maybe they make some trades. Who knows what happens? But of course, the Blues have rallied as of late. 5 straight wins. So they went from 3-0-0 to 3-5-0 and now, or 3-8-0 I should say, and now 8-8-0. The biggest thing for the Blues, I think for them, is the fact that they're not picking up points in overtime if they are losing the game. But in general, you gotta like what this team has been doing if you are an outsider fan. I'm sure fans of the Blues are a little bit disappointed with how streaky things have been, but I would say at the same time as well, they have wins over the Golden Knights and the Avalanche in their past 5 games. Their 5-game win streak, good for them as they look to get back in the thick of it at the moment. I think for one reason that I really am enjoying what we see with the Blues is we don't know exactly what this team is going to look like going into next season. Tarasenko is probably gone. We've talked about that before in other videos on the channel. Ryan O'Reilly, I think his deal is expiring after this season as well. So there could be some new looks to this team, and of course they have not been a bad team in recent years. That is why I think this is a final hurrah possibly for some of these guys that have been around. I think O'Reilly does stick around if they have the cap, which I believe they do, but Kyrou was a deal that they had to make, or at least they felt like they had to make, and got him locked up for the future. I think this Blues team is also fun because of the fact that they are kind of a dark horse. I was really going against them last year in the playoffs. I said, no, I don't think that they're going to be winning the Stanley Cup, which of course they didn't, but they upset the Wild, but they beat the Wild in the first round, and then kind of gave the Avalanche a run for their money. Of course, the Avalanche built up an early series lead, but in general, this is a team that really doesn't back down. Craig Berube, I was scared he was going to get fired. I like Craig. He is a guy that always has some funny quotes and has some funny clips of him. But he and the guys have kind of persevered and are at the spot where they are not too far out of a wild card spot. Currently, they are a point back of the Nashville Predators for the final spot. I would have to say that I think as long as the sky doesn't fall, they'll probably get a spot within the wild card or even the top 3 in their division. I'd have to take a look. I know Colorado has not been dominant to start out the year, but I did pick the Blues to finish, I think, 3rd in the division this season. Will they do it? Tough to say, because when you lose 8 games when it's an 82-game season, it's tough to say. Will the streaks continue like this? I don't know. I mean, this is at the point where you are 16 games in. I don't think it's going to be a norm for them to lose 8, win 5 like that over and over again. This team will eventually level out, but I have to say, for a fan of the game that is constantly checking the standings, that is looking at stuff like that, it was really funny to see them, being talked about as this team that had a hot start, and then everybody saying the sky is falling when they are losing 8 in a row, which, be fair, if you lose 8 in a row, it is worthy of that, and then now they seem to be back on track. I would say at this point, while it's about a quarter of the way through this season, they will probably get back to that playoff form, or at least a team that is in the playoff hunt. We will see, though. Do you think that the St. Louis Blues will be a playoff team this season? Do you think Berube will still be there by the end of the year? Do you think they'll be a streaky? That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to, win 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row, or do you think that they'll, still be streaky, maybe 4 in a row, 3 losses straight here, or do you think that they'll level out and kind of just go back and forth and alternate? Let me know down below. And of course, also, do you think this team will look a lot different going into next season as they have some weird contracts or expiring contracts and they have to focus on the future? Let me know. Also, please make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new. Everybody stay safe, have a great night, and you love hockey, all right? Goodbye, Brigadiers and Brigadettes. This is your captain signing off. Have a great night.